What's up, guys? ABC Matt here, bringing you another video. Today I'm hitting up garage sales. It's a nice day, so finally we're gonna get some garage sales into these videos. So hopefully I can find something, and let's see what we can find. Also, remember to like and subscribe. I am another 250 subscribers away from doing another giveaway, so be on the lookout. Welcome to my channel, guys. I'm ABC Matt, and if you're new, I go to yard sales, estate sales, find undervalued items, and sell on platforms like eBay, Poshmark, what have you. So it's getting better, so I'm hitting up some garage sales to see what I can find.
I mean, it's like 3 blocks.
3 blocks radius?
Yeah, so
okay.
They all start at 9.
Okay. So this is a neighborhood yard sale. There's a handful of houses in a 3-block radius, like the lady said. And the first one I'm looking at right now doesn't look that great. Slim pickings here. So hopefully this doesn't dictate how the rest of the day will go. But you will see in the video soon enough. But yeah, this one, no dice. So I'm gonna venture off to the next one. So on to the next one. This one looks like more items than the previous one. So
I'm early. Do you mind I take a look?
The clothing,
okay, thank you.
Didn't see much that I like. Some of the interesting pieces were more children's size, and clothing is not my forte, not something I'm into. I pick some up here and there, but usually when it's like children, I stay away from it. It doesn't sell that well for me. So then we're looking at the other stuff, and I don't know. It doesn't look that great either, guys. So 0 for 2, I would say. So we're at the third one. Looks like slim pickings again. There's 2s here, but the 2s are not in the greatest condition. Also, 2s is not my forte either, but I do pick up some tools. I'm looking at the watches too, and they look like fairly good shape. But then when I did do the comps for them, they are not that extravagant. They're not that money maker that you're looking for. They're pretty much on the cheap kind. But I thought like the Sean John and the other brand names they have there would have been worth more. But when I looked them up, they don't go for much. So it doesn't look great for these garage sales so far. So I don't know. Hopefully I can find something at least worth my trouble. But I mean, it's just the start of the garage season. So hopefully going forward, when more comes out, they'll be a lot better than this one. These model cars in this bin, it's not worth it. They're fairly recent, not vintage at all. So no money to be made there. So the garage sales near me, I mean, for 2025 has not been that great so far. But how's your garage sales been? I've seen people in the Midwest who got pretty good stuff. I'm always jealous of the Midwest. They find a lot of good stuff at a cheap price. Granted, they have to drive pretty ways out, but they get what they wanted. For me, it's hard, like we talk about live auctions before, and I'm like, I can't do it because the margins are so tight, and such a high price. It's hard to sell things, especially like a dollar auction. Yeah, I mean, live auctions is great for people to do it.
Good morning.
I think you just have to have a different mindset when you do live auctions compared to like normal static listings, because I swear that if you do live auctions, you're buying stuff that you normally don't buy if you are only doing static listings. It's a different mindset, like for example, like if you buy a bin full of toys, are you gonna buy it?
I'm just happy that
you're doing static listings,
I forgot what it was
or
like
do you you could buy it in bulk, find like 1 or 2 items in that bin that makes you a lot of money, and then everything else could just be $1 for you,
Yeah, I think it was like
it's just a different mindset, and it's not for me. I know a lot of resellers are doing it now. More power to them, but I think the challenge
the more of a challenge is sticking your guns and doing static listings. I mean, it's rough. I mean, it's rough out there. Like, how many static listings can you make within the month, right? But I think that's more of a challenge sourcing wise
Is
to
this like
find
a yearly
items to list
neighborhood thing, or
statically
this out
than
of
it
the
is
blue?
to source to find things
Okay.
for live auctions. Because live auctions is pretty broad. You could buy crappy stuff and you
Yeah.
know it's going to sell. And if it doesn't sell, you
No,
buy it
I'm
in
in
bulk.
Portland,
So
Oregon.
the risk is not there, like as if you did
So
static
far I've passed like
listings.
5 of them
But
on that
that's
side of the block.
that's my
Yeah.
TED talk
Yeah,
about
someone told me
live
there'd probably
listings
be like 20,
and
give or
static
take.
listings.
Yeah.
Going back to
I mean,
this
you
neighborhood yard
could.
sale, it looks really
Yeah.
like I'm gonna
Yeah,
strike out on
exactly.
these. If you look at the stuff over here, it's nothing worth reselling static listing wise.
I mean, you should do that
In my
early in the morning
eyes,
while you still can, right?
and I mean, hell, there was one house that I went to that was all spices. Like, spices won't sell on eBay. I don't think that will fly. So, I mean, just a little hint. I only bought like one thing from this neighborhood yard sale that hopefully will make my money and then some, make it worth the trip. But really, I was disappointed in this neighborhood yard sale. So I hope that the future garage sales that's gonna happen, there's be more for me. We'll see. The thing that I'm looking forward to is in June. June is that yearly yard sale that I always love to go to, where it's like, I don't know, hundreds of houses in a given neighborhood that has entertainment, food, everything. And usually I do good there. Last year was not good, but it was worth the effort. So this year is redemption time. I hope I get some stuff over there, because I did make good money there when I went there. But for this one, like I said, there was only one item that I hope to make money. We'll see. But again, you guys watching the videos, I appreciate you watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe. Again,
Hello.
every 500 subscribers, I'm gonna do a giveaway. So ping some thought process
So
to
that you
me,
can
like,
shop a little too.
what do you want to see as a giveaway? I mean, the 1,000 subscriber mark was very monumental. So I gave up good prizes. I gave a Rolo printer. I gave an eBay gift card. I gave swag and stuff like that. So tell me, in this 500 milestone, after the 1,000, what should I do as a giveaway? I just want to get a feel of what people think is a good giveaway. Now, don't go crazy, guys. I don't have that much money, so pick something reasonable. And again, as you see me going through these garage sales, be sure to just be my second set of eyes. Tell me if I missed something, but also take into account that sales has been a little bit lower. So things that have like borderline been worth it to buy, to resell, might not be the same thing right now because of inventory, how much inventory I have and everything, how much turnover there is. So bear that in mind, but let me know in the comments as well.
Morning. Morning.
It's very disappointing that I'm not seeing things that gives me the wow factor. I'm all about the wow factor. If the margins are tight, it has to be something that is really wow, that you don't normally see in the wild. Also, because I have so much competition reselling wise, it has to be something unique.
Morning.
Oh yeah, this is the perfect age for that too. Yeah. There's also the slip and slide or the splash pad it's new. My in-laws got it for us and we don't really need it, so I think I used it like one time. Okay. Oh yeah, it's made for your dog too. Yeah. Okay. tail, look at it. Okay, cool, yeah.
There was some kind of high pitch frequency that was going on, so I had to cut a snippet of this video just now. I didn't want you to hear that high pitch noise. But I was really interested in this Catan. I thought maybe it's complete because Catan sells. But when I looked at it, did an extensive investigation there, it didn't have all the pieces. I thought it did, but when I opened the box and I looked at it, it didn't have all of them. Now you might say, maybe you could sell the pieces separately. Maybe that's true, but I need it complete because I just don't have time to part it out. But good thing I opened up the box to check because if I didn't, I would have that incomplete box and then I would be forced to sell in pieces.
Are you filming your yard sailing?
Yeah, I am actually. I have a YouTube channel, so I show people what I find and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Not sure with this board game, so I'm just scanning the barcode just to see if it has any value to it.
You might find this interesting. When I grew up, my dad drove a trash truck.
Okay.
And he would find stuff all the time that was good.
Yep.
And he'd bring it home. And then every summer he'd have this massive 3-day yard sale where it was like, we had like a 2-acre property.
Yeah.
And like probably at least a ½ acre was like tables that he'd put out with all of the town's trash that he would sell back to them. And then that would pay, we didn't have a lot of money, so that would pay for our school clothes.
Oh, yeah.
And like a trip to the beach. And he did that for years. And people would be like, where do you get all this stuff? And he'd be like, oh, people just asked me to come pick up stuff for them, which was technically true.
Technically, yeah.
It doesn't fit. Can I come back in like an hour?
I'll put it,
Okay.
I'll put it over here.
I might come with my TV.
Okay, yeah, I'll put it right over here.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And I'll be here till about 12. So if,
I'll be back.
yeah.
I'm just gonna look around here and then I'll bring my car in like an hour.
Oh yeah, that's fine. No worries.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So that's great. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
how long ago was this, you say?
This was like in the 90s probably.
Okay.
In Eastern Oregon.
Yep.
So like he loved yard sailing and he loved deals and he loved making deals and like, people be like, he'd like to what is it called? Where you like, I'll give you this.
Bargaining. Yeah.
So he did a lot, like when I was a kid, we didn't have a lot, so he had to get really creative, and that was one of the things he did for like years and years.
Wow.
And he died about 7 years ago, but there's still stuff on my mom's property.
Oh man.
It's from like way back. So.
It's funny because like when my parents died and I'm cleaning up the stuff, you find things that you didn't know that they did or collected and stuff like that.
Yeah, there was all kinds of stuff. And he would find stuff, people are throwing stuff away. One time he found all these stamps and he was like, maybe we'll make it rich, but of course none of them were really worth anything.
That was the Beanie Babies during that time. Yeah.
And this other time he found a bunch of those tear off like scratch off tickets or whatever.
Yeah.
And he thought he'd teach us about how like gambling isn't really good.
Yeah.
But of course, we find like 3 or 4 that are like $100 and we're like, this is amazing.
Oh yeah.
It totally backfired on his lesson. But there was all kinds of funny stuff like that where every Christmas he would have a garbage gift for my mom that was something really nice and beautiful that he would say, like he would find and save to give her at Christmas. And it was like, it was kind of cool because it was I'm like going on because I kind of miss my dad.
Yeah.
He was just the kind of person that would see what was good in something that other people didn't, and he did that with people too. Like he was always looking for people to help and stuff. And so it was just like a funny thing about his personality that like
he has a good heart.
Yeah, he had a good heart, and he did all these massive yard sales with all these people's garbage that they would come back and buy and had no idea sometimes.
And now when you do it, it probably reminds you of him all the time.
This is the first time I've done a yard sale since well, ever really. So
Maybe they make it a yearly thing over here.
yeah, we actually we do want to make it a yearly thing to have like a community yard sale, and we also set up a movie screen in the cul-de-sac in the summer, and we do movies with the kids.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're trying to like make like a really connected neighborhood and stuff. So
Oh,
this
yeah.
is like the first yard sale that we've done.
That's great.
Yeah.
You should do it more often.
Yeah.
It's fun.
How did you start making a YouTube channel about yard saling?
So I came, it's a long story, but I went from New York to Oregon. And then, you know, they don't have that much yard sales things going on in New York.
Oh, really?
But I went to one here and I go, wow, I found some cool stuff that people didn't want.
Yeah.
So I got addicted to treasure hunting. So I started doing it, and then, you know, pandemic happened. So I was like, let me do something creative. Let me do a YouTube channel.
Oh my
you know, show
gosh.
people what I find and everything.
That's awesome.
So that I stick to it.
What's your YouTube channel?
Oh yeah, let me.
I'd love to check it out.
Yeah.
Hey there, come on in.
Here's my YouTube channel.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out.
So you just point your camera to it and it'll shoot it to there.
All right, great.
Yeah. So I find a lot of cool stuff. I found like World War II items.
Yeah.
I found things from the 70s, 50s.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
I found a
sure.
lot of interesting stuff. But I'm from the Portland, Oregon area, so I gravitate more to the Oregon area. But once in a while, I'll come up here too.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, I will definitely check it out. My dad would have definitely loved your YouTube channel.
Yeah, I bet. Thank you. Do you also shop at garage sales as well, yard sales?
I would like to. I have like little kids, so I haven't done it as much. And my husband hates going to yard sales.
Yeah.
And so I'm always like, pull over, and he's like, we gotta go.
Well, there's one in June in Eastmoreland in Oregon.
Oh, really?
And it's like about 100 houses.
Oh my
so
God.
if you want to drive down there, you can go check it out.
I should go check
Now,
it out.
like, it's near a golf course, so there's a lot of stuff is golf centric, but then you could find a lot of cool things too.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah, and then they
that's
have
cool.
they have food, entertainment there as well.
Oh my god! So that's like the real, like they set up a whole thing for that.
Yeah, it's a yearly
Maybe
thing.
that's our goals for our neighborhood yard sale. Is
Yeah.
like, make it a whole thing.
And in their community calendar, they'll show you a PDF map and everything where all the houses participate, so you could drive around.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, Moreland. I'll keep that.
Eastmoreland, yeah.
Eastmoreland.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, good luck in your sales.
So that was a cool conversation, right, guys? That's one thing positive of garage sales. I mean, you make small talk. You know, you might find an item here and there, but you know, you hear stories like that. It makes you feel good, right? You know, she had an awesome father who did all that stuff. That's pretty cool, you know, and it made her to do something somewhat of the same thing. So like father, like daughter, right? And it's pretty cool. You hear stories about that. It makes you feel good. You hear something out of the ordinary, that sort of thing. You don't hear that kind of thing in estate sales unless you're online and someone wants to talk to you, right? But over there, yeah, in garage sales, you come across some people who's really sociable and you talk to them and everything. Now, that's great and all, but coming to reselling, this neighborhood yard sale was not for me. But, you know, if they participate more and they do this more on a yearly basis, maybe it'll get better. But, you know, the difference between like a estate sale and a garage sale, estate sales, people collected something. They didn't want to give it up, but then eventually they did, right? Whether they're moving to another state, moving to another country, or they pass away, unfortunately. Garage sales is really stuff that people didn't want, you know, so you're going to find a lot of baby clothes and things that they didn't want anymore. So it's a few and far between. It's totally different from estate sales. So I think this is the one where I picked up that one item that made it somewhat worth it. You tell me. I mean, I made small talk with them as well.
Sorry, still setting up.
No problem. A lot of bubble wrap.
Oh yeah, from when we moved here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where you moved from?
Just from Camas.
Camas? Okay.
Yeah. But we got a new coffee maker.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't need to unwrap.
Yeah.
Until just now.
I'm a coffee snob. I have to have a particular one.
Yeah. Same.
I have a stovetop espresso maker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get one of those really, really bad, but I got a really nice, like a Ninja coffee maker that has like just a frother.
Yeah,
Extra,
yeah.
So it just just adds just a little
Yeah.
extra.
I'm a little full too. I need that frother too.
Yeah.
Morning.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
Thank you. Yes, look at that. Cannot see. Nice. Yeah. We moved here last year,
Last year, yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's been wrapped up. for-
Got it. Perfect timing for this,
Right,
yeah. And they probably do this on a yearly basis, so
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. There's always stuff to get rid of. That's okay. Thank you.
how you like it so far compared to Camas?
Oh, we love it.
Yeah.
We love it here because at least this neighborhood isn't as specific.
Mm-hmm.
It's so quiet.
It
It's
is.
so nice. It's quiet. So we enjoy it.
Yeah.
Besides, we came from apartments, so having
Oh, this is clearly upgrade.
this is it's
Yeah.
like it's just so much better.
More room.
Yes. And just you don't have to deal with the shared walls.
Yeah.
Ugh.
See, I'm the opposite. I need tight spaces because then it disciplines me not to buy so much.
Oh yeah,
Fair.
we're currently running into that problem.
Yeah, because it's like you buy something and you're like, I don't need it. Let me throw it in the garage. And then when you need it, you're like, let me buy one, and then you got a duplicate
Oh
of
yeah.
the item.
Oh yeah, no. It's like we have 2 space heaters.
Yep.
At the moment we have 1, 2, 4 AC
Wow.
because the house had heat but it didn't have AC.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Moving in July,
Yeah.
we had like
Brutal.
a good heat
It
wave.
was
Yeah.
so hot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we drove to Astoria to pick up an AC unit
You drove that far?
because it was out. They were all out within. I mean, Lowe's, Home Depot.
Wow.
You name it. They did not have something that could.
Last year, and if you remember, like how hot
Yeah.
it was.
Yep.
And everyone went out and bought off all of the ACs. And
Yep.
we're like, there isn't a single AC out here.
I live in a condo, so we have the central air.
Yeah.
So like I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, when you have a house, you need the AC.
Oh yeah.
They didn't have. They don't have the condenser unit in the back. So it was
That's so weird.
Yeah. But the heat worked.
Yeah. There's always heat.
But we didn't notice any of that until we were moving in and we turned on the fan. Hello.
Yeah.
And we turned on the fan and no cold air was coming out, and then we looked up everything just.
It's only heat output.
Yeah, and then we reached out to the landlord and she was like, no, it was on the listing. We're like, how did we miss
that.
Yeah. slight miscalculation there.
Yeah, but that was on us.
Yeah.
So he just put out the thing that I'm the only thing I bought today, the whole day.
What is that anyway?
It's a mechanical
keyboard.
keyboard.
Oh, it's a mechanical keyboard. Huh?
It's really, really sweet.
It's brand new.
Yeah.
And I'm a Mac user, so I was really used to a specific way that the layout was.
Mm-hmm.
And I started using it, and my fingers hurt after a while.
Ah.
And so I ended up getting a short version of it.
Yeah.
So
This is cool.
It's just been sitting. It's got an interesting color pattern.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead,
That's-
take it out, play with it.
Uh-oh.
It's clicky, but it's not super loud. I think they're,
Oh, yeah.
they're cherry red.
Yep.
Um,
Wow.
So he had it for 150.
But-
He said price negotiable.
They're negotiable.
So
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, technically, I
Cool.
was gonna undercut him a lot, but I said, "How about 80?" And he accepted the $80.
So can I make money? We'll see. But here is the hall, the single hall, which is the mechanical keyboard. The keys are interchangeable, different colors. But we'll see what we can make out of it. Appreciate you watching, and hopefully the next garage sale will be better.